One of my favorite free and open source apps is a PDF reader called Zathura, and it's so like minimal that you actually can't open any files with it by default. You have to install these other plugins so that it can like adapt certain file types. It's mostly PDFs that it reads, but you can also get adapters for like comic book format and I think like some other weird publication formats. But basically, you install either Mu PDF or I think the other one is Poplar, and it's available on Linux. It's primarily Linux, but you can get it on Mac too. There's a homebrew tab for it that I'm a maintainer at. And basically, like, it's very scriptable. You can pipe input and output from it, and it also has all the Vim bindings by default. I'll just show you some examples of what this thing can do because it's pretty fire. So if you're in a directory with a PDF, the way you use it is Zathura, and then you provide the name. So I have this Sipser textbook that I downloaded legally, and I open it up with Zathura, and you can see this little viewer comes up on the side. And if I full screen it, you can see it's in dark mode and there's two pages showing. I can hit I to toggle dark mode and D to toggle pages showing, and then S to zoom in fully. And then it's got the normal Vim bindings like J, K to scroll up and down, Control D and Control U for a bigger scroll, and then I can go to the top. Let me actually zoom out a little bit with, I think, yeah, capital J and capital K zoom out. And then S to zoom back into the normal level. And then you can also search through it and use N and P to go backward and forward. Actually, P looks like it prints. Yeah, that's a weird binding conflict I have in my config. Usually that shouldn't be a problem. Or I guess, oh, maybe it's N and capital N. Maybe that's what it is in Vim normally too. Maybe I'm just completely tweaking. But yeah, that's pretty nice. You've got all the PDF features you could want. You can copy and paste. You can even use bookmarks. So I could go like A, and then if I scroll down a little bit and hit quotes A, I'll jump back there. So that's pretty sweet. But it's very scriptable. So the main script I have is I want to be able to quickly open all of my textbooks. So I have a binding in tmux set up where I can open up this little picker and then search through certain directories for textbooks. I don't have a lot of PDFs downloaded at the moment, but for instance, Tamaka Mockingbird, I can search open and then enter, and you can see it's pulled up right here on the side. Super nice. And the plugin I'm using to render them is Mu PDF. And I've tried Poplar before. I find Mu PDF just a little less buggy in certain places. But that little script is in my config. So if I open up, I think it's called OP. This is the function. It stands for Open PDF. Basically what it does is it finds everything in certain directories, so my downloads, my documents, notes, edu, or textbooks with minimum maximum depth clamped, and then it filters them down to only the PDFs. And once I have those, I use sed to just append the whole directory to the file name. And then I use this little Rust program called Skim, SK, which I think there's like a more native Unix version of it, but Skim is really fast. And then I just style it a little bit with a couple of flags, and then I can search through it. And then that selected, I can use, and I can just straight pipe right into Zathura with a new tmux window. So yeah, pretty simple little command, but it lets me just open PDFs really rapidly and scroll around them, and it's a lot nicer than like the built-in preview, at least on Mac. Maybe you have a better one on Linux, I don't know, but yeah, hopefully you are inspired to switch to it.